Good night. This is the Cutting Edge and I FM there with you. Man called Jimmy Riley and the sound. I check for you. Man called Willie Williams, brand new. May I tell you, cutie, me talk about natural beauty. Man, them still in the studio make music, you know. Yeah, man, them man are still in the studio make music. Since we left last week, whole heap of things happen. We see Jamaica have a new prime minister and a next prime minister in the form of a man this time, a man who was born after independence, and him have a wife who running at the election. So you have a family affair going on in a government as we speak. Family affair. We say the American election. Me I tell you, me addicted to it. Me can't tell. Me not tell a lie. Me not tell a lie. Believe you be. A long time me no watch TV with such. I mean, like me I watch it like my life depend on it. I mean, life not depend on it. I just I watch it because it just strike me as cute. It just cute. Yeah, believe you be cute. You know, the Trump brother there, I tell you, the Trump brother is easy. It make good, it make television worthwhile watching. Believe you me, it make television worthwhile watching. A very rich motto, as I would say. Motto in the highest level of mottoship. Motto is him. But him is the most popular politician in America right now. When him say he's a politician, him say he's not a politician. He's not really a politician, because a politician don't go like how him go on. And it's that grab the people them. Because him not go on like, oh, politician go on. He might go on like one of the people them. It's just that him is one of the rich people them. But it's amazing. It's amazing, Rasta. Believe you me, him is amazing. Last night him win 3 states. He win 3 states last night. Mississippi, where the one where have the whole heap of car business that go on there. Michigan and Hawaii. And them same price to win Florida, where them say winner take all. That means this brother where did a fight against him all the while. Rubio. I'm sorry for that brother then. The brother did not go on nice all the while, you know. And the man bring down himself as low as Trump. And him and Trump then at the same level. Trump I want, me don't know. Him not have no decorum, him not have nothing. Now this little youth, you know, who did not go on so nice and talk about the policies where him have for the government if him become president. And him bring down himself clear down to Trump, and guess what? Him outside. I mean, literally outside. Because all him a try to know is win the state where him feels him responsible for. And Trump, they clear ahead of him panel levels and now. Me don't know if him lose this or no, me don't know where I'm going to do. If him lose Florida, I don't know where I'm going to do. But it's amazing. Everybody will fight against Trump. God, come. Everybody will fight against Trump come out of the race. Believe you me. It like him said some. We don't know what him said by them people, them guy, but the man said the worst thing them, and then the worst thing them working in him favor. But no, he might clarify the things them, and it not sound so ridiculous as how you perceive it the first time you hear what him say it. It don't really sound so ridiculous. Again, you know, him kind of want soften him want look more presidential, you know. You know, him feels that they fight, too much fight, you know. Because him say them a fight against him and him a fight. Well, it's true that really. Them attack him so much, you know, that he have to fight back. You know, him say, nah, ease up. If a man attack him, him say you have 17 people attack him. I mean, people attack him left and right, so him have to fight back. And him fight back vigorously too, but why may I tell you, him not easy Rasta. And it's him a draw in the people them, whether you like him or not, the people them who never like him, who never did go vote now because them not like him. And the people them who like him, who never did vote, realize too much people are fighting against him, so they might go vote for him. So you have millions of people in the American election right now whenever you involved in that election where decide say, and like Jamaica election, where the majority of people who sign up for vote don't vote. And dead people still have vote now in Jamaica. All them people that dead so long and them still have vote. In a Jamaica me I talk about now. Because real and truly, dead people have vote in Jamaica and them uncle show them face when election come round. Me don't understand that. How them say them the electoral people them did really make some new move for really put the thing in the 21st century. And we are hear how much money them spend to do this, and dead people still have vote. Dead people still have vote. And what if dead people vote the other day? Whether them vote for PNP or GLP, we don't know. Because I don't know, because I can't question them. But the dead people them have vote. Jamaica electoral system kind of strange. Because them have 1.8 million people supposed to vote. And a 47% of that vote. Out of the 40, watch out, the majority of people don't vote, you know. And then out of the 40% people, some of them dead. So less than 40% vote. If you count how much dead people in there, which you can't count because you don't know, and them know, you realize less than 40% vote, you know. Less than 40% vote because Tracy knows that dead people vote because she left early in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, one man said she got an electoral and so a week she can't go wait to dead them. Because if she left away last week, she left here 2 o'clock, you know, say she have to go to the electoral office. I mean I say, them over the morning you go to electoral office. So me I say I must some cemetery she gone for go raise up some dead people for vote. But me I tell you, dead people in Jamaica vote. If dead people vote, it means say less than 40% of the people them who supposed to vote. Less. Because you're not supposed to count dead people. It's a madness. You count dead people in the voting thing, which is that them do. As a matter of fact, you count all people in Jamaica for all 20, 30 years too. But they did write down their name how long now and never ever know say some of them people that who vote never ever know say Pusha was the prime minister. You have some people who vote at the election, you know, when never ever know say Pusha was the prime minister. How that possible? How that possible? The electoral office say for a long time them say, boy, we're ready to take this thing, you know. We're ready with the thing now, everything nice. We say Tracy left here and said she ready to go set out her plan and all them thing there in the electoral office and them thing there. And them spend millions of dollars to get the thing right. Then all them get the thing right and only 40%. How much them say? 47% of the people them out of the 1.8 million. And me I tell you say, if dead people vote, and people who did sign up from years ago, we down there Jamaica, absentee people them who gone all Afghanistan and all them places. Jamaican people all who live in all Dubai, a vote. I mean I say, that means good all 30% of the people them vote, you know. How we going to work out? Can we find out how much dead people did vote? Me don't know. I want them Tracy can figure it out for me. That's all tomorrow me figure it out. I don't know, maybe too fast. But can we find out how much dead people on the list vote? And how much Tracy? Is there a way where we can find out how much dead people vote? I mean dead people don't vote. Dead people vote. How you talk about dead people don't vote? A whole heap of dead people put them finger in the ink. We don't know how them finger reach at the ink, but them vote. Them name them on the registrar, them name them on the something. People dead people name in the 1.8 million. And people who don't live at Jamaica for 15 years never even know to push a prime minister. Whole heap of them vote. Them politician, them thieving politician, them know say a whole heap of people who them claim to vote, don't vote. Me not ask nobody that, you know. Me not ask nobody that. That's something me know. Me not call a politician name, but you have politician who know say dead people vote for them. You have politician at Jamaica who know say you have people where they are foreign vote for them. I don't know how them do it. I don't know how them do it, you know. I don't know how them do it. These guys have a way to turn around the thing and rig around the thing to make it in for them favor. I don't know how them do it, but them do it. It's something we don't hear nobody talk about. How we can find out the amount of dead people there on the voters list. You must can find that out. This is an age of science and technology. You know mathematics. Mathematics solve every problem. And you can use mathematics and find out how much dead people. If it's 1.8 million people there on the voters list, you can find out how much of those people on the voters list dead. And you can find out how much of them don't live in Jamaica when names still there on the voters list. And at a longer extent, you can find out how much of the dead people them vote. Which polling station these dead people vote. And these foreigners who never come to Jamaica for how much years now, them end up in a polling station. And them not take no plane come here. Them not take no ship come here. And them was here on election day voting. Me not ask nobody that. Them people there continue. Just like how them give the people them $5,000 in the t-shirt them. And you have a man with two different t-shirts, two different color t-shirts. When JLP round this up, a green t-shirt. When PNP round this up, orange t-shirt. And make sure I get $5,000 up there so. You understand? So $5,000 round this up, $5,000 round this up, $10,000 that. Him could have vote for NDM. This thing of politics, terrible, terrible. This is the cutting edge.
What?
Yeah. All right, this is the cutting edge. You know what I like? And I like when the dead people that move vote call me, you know, believe you me. Because if God can call me and Jesus call me and the devil call me, one of the dead people that most can call me and tell me who them vote for. And if them they get in the $5,000. Because that's a serious thing, you know. It's a serious thing. When me look at where I go in America, you know, I mean to say a guy who is a politician just come up because he's rich. And him just come up now and never in the history of the Republican Party, them have so much people a turnout for vote. Whether them have vote against him or for him. Them never see so much people have vote yet. Never. This guy, I hear a man say Donald Trump is a rock star without a guitar. Them said Donald Trump is a rock star without a guitar, but I sure know the dead people that vote in America. I know the dead people that vote in America. And Jamaica have dead people that vote. And politicians know. Politicians know say you have names on that voters list that is not present and was not present in any polling station, but them mark as voters. What a wicked and dreadful act. Who is going to rectify that situation? Who is going to rectify the situation where people who don't live in Jamaica, they're on the voters list, and them mark as vote? How them get people, how them get John Tam or Liza Bitch for vote? And she not live here. How John Tam get for vote and him not there? Me don't understand how them do these things. Would I like no how can somebody please corrupt me in these things? Would I like get corrupted? I want to know how these things work. Would I really like know how these things work? That a politician can rig the thing in such a way that a man who down there at Jamaica, they're on the voters list and then marked down as vote. Or a dead man who dead all long now, still they're on the voters list. and mark down as vote. Me don't understand them thing there. It might sound ridiculous and mad. Maybe if you tell a Chinaman that in a China, he might say that nothing can go so. From a man dead, him not supposed to be on a voters list. And them put 1.8 million people. Watch out, that is more than half of the population, you know. 1.8 million people is more than half the population of Jamaica. If 1.8 million is more than half the population of Jamaica, how is that possible? That is only 40% of the people that vote. Me don't understand that. Me don't understand it. Can somebody please put me straight? Because I am totally naive to these things. Naive. I remember put me straight because I am totally naive to these things. Naive. I remember years ago my mother tell me, say my mother used to live at Central Village. I'm saying it already, you know. My mother used to live at Central Village. And when she go to the polling station, she see a brother out there with a long M16 gun and him say, Mommy, you vote already, you know. And she just turned back. What mother say? What mother say when she see the bar with the gun and I tell her, Mommy, you vote already, you know. She just turned back. She never voted, you know. She never vote. And she never vote that year, there, you know. My mommy had one party from she born, and just one party she vote for, you know. You understand? But just like most Jamaican people. Most Jamaican people don't really check about issues and if that man they bad or that man they good or if them do or them not do or what is the policy. Apparently, a whole heap of people vote for issues that time, yeah. I realize a whole heap of people vote for issue. One little issue leak them totally. That $18,000 thing there. Yeah, that $18,000 thing they draw a whole heap of people. You understand? But me want to find out if my mother go vote and them tell her that she vote already. How that work out? Because she dep on the voters list and maybe them register as vote. How them do that? How them do them things there? Me don't understand how them do it. How your name turn up as a vote when you never vote. I don't understand it. And I really would have liked to understand it. I really would have liked to understand it. This is the cutting edge on IRFM called the Nazarenes. This is the cutting edge on IRFM. We have a very important interview come up, yes. You ever hear something you never hear before? A sister who practice the art of musical healing and divine wellness. When I say musical healing, you never know what music can heal you. Yeah, man, music can heal you, man. Music can heal you. There's a story in the Bible about a king named Saul from the tribe of Benjamin. He's the first king of Israel. And he was a mad guy, schizophrenic. And anytime him start behaving schizophrenic behavior, them call a little youth named David to play music for him. And it soothed him. Yes, that is one of the first instances in the Bible where you hear some music have a direct effect on the psychology of human beings. And also plants too. Music have a direct relationship. The type of music have a direct relationship with how plants behave. Yes, plants have behavior too, you know. Yeah, plants have behavior. So anyway, we're going to talk to our sister tonight where she's seriously involved with the healing, music healing ability and divine wellness. It is the cutting edge. We're there with you, as we are saying. Very important, I think I met that sister I done a rebel salute, you know. Just bypassing, and I realized there's something I need to talk to, but she gone, she go away and she come forward and she make the contact until I said, and then she come forward, she must call me. And she called me relentlessly. Relentlessly called me, and I want to talk to her. Yes, I want to talk to her. I tell you, sweet music, you know, we hear that them old three youth, teenager, for the murder of Luciana's son. Quick too. That was quick. Yeah, that was very quick. I love that. Yeah, 3 youth, 18-year-old and all them way them. I don't understand them something there. None of them no older than the youth of them killed. 3 youth them old for the murder. So we're going to see we're going to come out of that. Because we know say the wheel of justice grinds slowly in a Jamaica. Clog up the justice system. So you have people who should have done gone to prison already out there and wait for trial. Some of them they're on bail too. May I tell you, it's a serious thing. But yeah, we used to them whole 3 youth. We hold them to whole 3 youth for Luciana's son murder. You understand? So it's very interesting to find out 2 things. How them catch them youth there and why them youth they do that. It's very interesting to hear that. Why them stab up the youth and how them get caught. You know, because to me that is very quick. It's last week that happened. It's last week it happened and this week them catch him. Catch a 3 youth. Them, I think one of them said them live at Corville. Yeah, one live at Corville, them kind of weird. But yeah, I'd really interested to find out how them catch them so quick and what lead them to that. I guess the police them now going to tell you still, but it's really interesting to find out that. Cutting Edge, RFM, we're there with you. The program, that with them on Africa. You could have bought a little more. I'm out to come with them Africa thing. Yes, we are coming with it. Because black people head too tough. They don't recognize themselves. Them not recognize themselves. That is why the people them can come with all sort of gimmick. Light in your shoes like say a car and I tell you. Put a light in your shoes, you walk on the road, a car just take a gauge off for you. $60 bicycle. But I understand them things they do, you know. I mean, I understand them, but you know, it's like how them have wear tear-up clothes. You know, I don't understand how black people wear tear-up clothes and say a fashion. It's madness. It's downright madness. You're not supposed to have a tear-up clothes on the road and I go on like say it's a fashion statement. Because the people them who don't have nothing, don't have nowhere to live, don't have no food to eat and I sleep on the street, them have a tear-up clothes. How people look down upon them. So you see right now, anybody who me see have a tear-up clothes, me I look down upon them, including Brian. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. We're there with you. Alright, so we are telling people them say music have a healing, have the ability to heal. Not every kind of music. And as we say, we want to ask this. I don't know if I want to pronounce her name right, you know. Teshia Amit El Mahat. I wonder if I pronounce the first name right. Takia Amit Amit El Mahat. You know, so she got the Kemetic vibes, that's all. From New Year, she say, Hamid El Mahat. You know, say, it's a Kemet vibes, I go on this all. So, from me hear them name there, you know, say, me interested. Me directly interested from me hear them name there. Any data will give themselves them name there. Me know to them depend on vibes. Yes, it's not easy to figure yourself them name there, especially in them time when people name Tony and John. And Barry. White. Black people name White. It's a terrible thing. Terrible thing. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. You know, we always search for things where we know is of a serious nature to the development of the people. Well, you know what I'm saying? When the people ready, the teacher will appear. Sometimes the teacher come too quick. So all of the things them what we have been saying over the years seem to get lost. Because the people them never really ready for certain things. But apparently all of the things them where we have been saying over the years kinda latch on now because of the age of information and technology now. So a lot of the things them that we say right now don't seem to be so far-fetched and outlandish again. Because, as we said, people can log on and find out if Muta is idiot or Muta stupid. You understand? And most of the time, they find out that Muta is not stupid. So, we want to introduce you to this sister here. We have to pronounce her name right now. Is it Teshia or Tekia?
Actually, it's both. It originated as Hebrew and Tekia.
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 Okay, so Tekia Ahmed El Mahat.
Yes.
Oh,
however, I'm there's a Cherokee warrior named Tachi, and since I'm Cherokee, I also go Tachia.
Okay, which Taki and Tachi. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's sweet. That's sweet.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. You say you're a renowned healer, but I never know you before, so I'm out of the loop totally. So you have to give me a little background for yourself, you know, because all I know is that I hear you talk about this thing, and I say, boy, I love the people them here where you have to offer. So I want you to give the people them a little autobiography of yourself.
Okay, good, thanks. Okay. Well, yes, Mutabuka, when I first met you, I was a reggae artist, out of Austin, Texas. And then when I moved to California, I had an injury, and I had it healed. First, I had popped a rib, and I've had it healed with acupuncture and chiropractic, but I didn't like it. And then I found someone practicing the sound healing with the tuning fork, and that really worked without any pain. So now I'm doing the reggae music and the sound healing with the tuning fork. So it's all sound healing, but I specify the comedic sound healing and the reggae.
So you was actually born in Texas?
I was born in Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
I was born in Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
And I studied, went to college in Texas and Oberlin College. And then I went to Texas for graduate school. Mm-hmm. And I had some unfortunate circumstances. I withdrew from grad school, but reggae was there to save me. Yeah. And so I started listening to the teachings and reasoning with people. And then I joined a female reggae band. And then I wanted to be in the band with my ex-husband, Mario. So I got into the band Tribal Nation in Austin, Texas.
All right. The first time I was exposed to this music healing thing was in Australia. We went to this holistic health thing, and Reiki and color, them using color for heal people, them using sound for heal people, and I like, wow, I never see them thing there yet, and it take me to go clear Australia to go find out so them thing they pass.
Oh, okay.
And then we go California too, and we see this thing at the next expo. All right, make I ask you a question. Is you make up this thing Chemitone?
Yes.
You make it up?
I made up the name Chemitone.
All right. Tell me what is Chemitone.
Okay. Chemitones is my own version of acutonics. Acutonics is the healing technique that uses the tuning forks that are tuned to the planet.
All right, no. First of all, repeat what you say now, because you have to give the people them exactly right.
Okay.
Because this is totally new to most of the people that listen to what you say. You understand?
Okay.
So you have to take them, feed them with your breast before you give them you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So acutonics is similar to acupuncture, only we use sound instead of needles. The acupuncture places the needles on the meridians, which is the flow of the energy for our organs and the chakras, and wherever there's a pain. And the pain or illness or disease is caused by a block in the flow of energy. So we use the sound to eliminate the block.
Okay. So you have a kind of, you have a triangular metal thing where you lick it and it sound like, or you work it out?
No, it's a tuning fork, like when you tune the piano.
Okay.
Yeah, and only you put it right on the body. You put it right on the point of pain or the meridian or the chakra.
And then what you do? You touch it, you lick it, what you do?
No, you just put, you strike the tuning fork on a piece of rubber so that it vibrates.
Yeah, that's what that's
You put it on the body, and then the sound goes into the body.
Yeah.
The sound has an effect on the water in our body. There was this scientist from Japan named Dr. Emoto that did some work on water. He took glasses of water and wrote words on it like, I love you, you're beautiful, stuff like that. And then he took some water samples and put words like, I hate you, you're stupid, you're ugly. Then he took water samples from polluted water, like lakes in Japan or toxic water sources, and then took samples of the same water after they said prayers over the water or played certain type of music. And then he froze the water samples and looked at it under a microscope. And the water samples that had been given the positive vibrations were all aligned, harmonious, like a snowflake. The frozen water crystals were beautiful. And then the water samples that had the negative vibrations were deformed and just, ugly shaped.
Oh, so that okay. That's how I'm come to the conclusion that in your body, it reacts the same way.
Yes, the body is like 70 or 80% water.
Okay, all right. So,
right.
how you put this into action now? For instance, now I come to you. What and I say, boy, you want to see me have diabetes or me have high blood pressure? Tell me what you would do with this sound thing.
Well, for diabetes, that is more about a change in lifestyle and change in a diet.
Okay.
So I would do the tuning fork treatment to help support you while you make the change. The sound healing is not just a physical shift. It actually can help you in your life. For instance, when I started going to my practitioner because I had popped my rib, after the physical ailment was dealt with, then things in my life just began to rearrange. Doors opened, things I had wanted to do for years I couldn't do. They just started happening. I didn't even have to do anything. I started traveling. Just everything started to open up in my life.
All right. But people say them can go to an evangelist and do and the same thing open up to them. Or you think about that? The same thing that you say, open up and think. People say them go to church and it works. Them have faith and pray and that happen.
Well,
since it's not a physical thing, because you talk about now a belief system and you talk about now a physical thing. So the music's supposed to be physical with the tuning fork, right? Okay, so
these tuning forks are tuned to the planet. They're tuned to the vibrations of the planetary frequencies and orbits around the sun. And these calculations are based on the work of Kepler and Pythagoras and those Greek guys who studied with ancient chemists. So the planetary scale is the original music scale. Okay. Instead of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, it should be Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, or something like that. And so that's the original music scale. The music scale we're familiar with was altered by the church to keep us in a vibration where we're always trying to reach something or always trying to find peace, always trying to find balance. And the planetary scale is peace. It is balance. So I would say the reason the evangelical works is because they're using sounds that are influencing the body and the people believe in it. And the tuning fork works because it's the actual true sound of the universe.
All right. So how you tune it? How you know when it's tuned to Jupiter?
Well, right now I'm trusting the people who invented the system of acuphonics. Okay. They had the tuning fork tuned to particular frequencies.
Okay. So you have a scale machine that when you hit it, you know so well that is.
Yeah.
Like you have a guitar and you have the
right. Right. The blue fork is Jupiter. The red fork is Mars. Now the reason it's called chemitones is because I took the same archetypes and planets and associated them with Kemetic archetypes, with the Neteru and the Orisha and different indigenous archetypes and legends. Because the Neteru, the gods and goddesses from Kemet, are really representations of cosmic forces and vibrations. Just like we have electricity and magnetism. We have the force of balance, which is Ma'at. We have the force of transformation, which is Asar. We have the force of redemption, Haru. The force of, dealing with the ego, that's set. And so these forces are in all of us. They're in every living being, every living thing. And so when we apply the sound to the body, they're going to respond because we're wakening up these forces inside of us.
So is a connection between physiology and astrology you're talking about? I mean,
yes, I am.
Physiology, astrology come together and bring about what you call chemitones.
And music and science,
All right, so how you get, is it sound you're talking about now or music? Explain to me how you use that, the tuning with the planetary system. How you use, what kind of music you that get out of that sound for say music itself?
Yeah. Well, when you come in for a reading, I can do your astrology chart, and I use a 13-month sidereal astrology system that I developed based on Kemetic teaching. And so once you know what the planets are doing on that particular day, at the particular time of your treatment, then I use those tuning forks for your healing session. So when I'm putting the forks in the body, that's sound. The sound goes into the body. You don't even hear it with the forks that I use on the body. The forks that I use in the energy field, you hear those. You can hear those. Now, if you're talking about music, I have a set of chimes that go to these same planetary tones, and I can play them as an instrument. And my goal is to get my keyboard tuned to these same frequencies. So that when playing the keyboard, it'll be the original music scale, which will be planetary and cosmic.
What I see them up is like a triangular chime. And they touch it.
You have one? You have
No. What I saw, how I came to understand about this thing, is that the person who was doing it on the body of a next person, they have this triangular chime, and then they touch it. And it vibrate. And
I don't, mine aren't triangle. I have the tuning fork, and I have some chimes, but I'm sure it's on the same principle. I don't know if they put the triangle on the body, but they don't put it. No, they don't put the triangle on the body. It's a sound. It's a sound them working with. The sound of what them give out certain sound. That's a little different.
That's a different thing. Yeah.
Because this one, they put the fork right on the body.
Okay.
And the sound goes into the body, and it alters the molecular structure of the water in the body. And if there's a block in the flow of energy, it removes the block.
So what you
I guess that's the difference. That's the sound, and that's the difference between sound and music.
So what you healing? What you heal with that physiologically? What you heal with it?
Well, like you talked about the diabetes, there are treatments you can use that are like intergenerational. Like if something your mom had or your dad had, or your ancestors had, we can work on that. But like again, I would say diabetes is more like a habit than something else. So some illnesses or diseases I can deal with are things like insomnia, sinuses, pain, anywhere in the body, womb calamity, womb trauma, anything that has to do with the flow of energy. Diabetes to me is more of like.
Let's forget about the diabetes. Talk about something where you would have worked on in the body.
Yeah, anything that has to do with flow. Anything has to, like, some people are swollen. With cancer, we can heal cancer, but we don't heal the symptoms. We heal the cause. So we go to the root. And usually with the root of all illnesses, it's some sort of emotional or mental or spiritual trauma. It doesn't start in the body. The body is just a sign that something is out of balance. So a symptom or disease or illness or pain is a sign that there's a block in the flow of energy. So we have to go back and ask them, well, when did this first start? Well, what were you doing when this started happening? Or how long has this been going on? Or did your mother have it? Or stuff like that. And then we also look at astrology cycles. So there's the Saturn's return, there's Uranus opposition, and there's Chiron return. And so I also look at that information.
All right. You mentioned the Greeks a while ago, and we know that the Greeks get it from the Kemetic people. But how you translate the Greek philosophers and astrologers and physiologists from that to Greek, or not Greek to Kemetic? Did you go and study it in the Kemetic way, or did you study it from the Greek way? Okay.
The acutonics, the healing system, I studied the Greek way from the person that taught me.
Yeah.
And then every time I go to a class, they say something crazy about the Greeks did this, the Greeks did that, and I'd have to raise my hand and say, "Oh, excuse me, they studied in Kemet. This all began in Kemet." And then I started to be like a pain, annoying them because I was always interrupting them. And then when I started teaching my own students, the same thing would happen. They'd be like, "Oh, not about the Greeks again." And so then I studied and researched, the Kemetic terms for the planets and the chakras and the zodiac. And then I just made a correspondence based on my own research. And then I went to the acutonic school and told them what I was going to do. And they said that I can't do that because the founder is an Egyptian priestess, and if anybody's going to develop Egyptian acutonics, it's going to be her. So then I just kept, studying on my own. And then one of my other teachers said I don't need their permission to do myself. So then I just started promoting it on my own. And then the acutonic school came to me and asked me to develop the African acutonics program. And so that's when Chemitones came out.
Yeah, all right. I don't know if you ever been in a Native American ritual ceremony where the sage, them burn the sage, and they are chanting a certain chant. I don't understand the chant, but I've been into circles where the so-called Indians, they are chanting, that would call music, and they are now using sage, burning the sage, to heal. I don't know if you've ever been into that. How that work? If you know it work. I don't know if you know it
I know a little bit about it, yeah. Well, the sage is used to purify the space. You can use it to smudge yourself before you go into ceremonies. Used throughout the sweat lodge ritual. And it's just a herb that has the ability to purify the space. I don't know how or why it does. I don't know that, but I know that it does. You put it near your heart chakra, you smudge the room. The chanting, same as in our culture, you raising the vibration, you're using the sound to shift the frequency of the person and the room. I use my voice in chemitones now too. I have several Kemetic chants now.
For instance, you can give us sound of the Kemetic chant. Like I hear.
Okay.
If you can't heal me across the microphone now.
Okay, I got one for healing. Dua sekamen, dua asen, harine, angkuchahene. And that means adorations to Goddess Sekhmet, power of the life force energy. Adorations to Goddess Aset, Lady of Wisdom and healing words of power. Do for this child life, vitality, and health.
And then the Buddhists have a chant that they chant. And that, I mean, it's like most of these, what they call indigenous group of people, have chants, musical chants that they chant when they're healing people. It's only in the Western world we don't see that. The music is not utilized to heal people. You know, I don't know, but you go amongst the Buddhists, you go amongst the Native American, you go amongst the Aboriginal people, you go amongst African people, and you hear them use chant to heal the sick. The people them lay down there so and them a chant and smudge the place with them incense, frankincense, or them sage. And white people look on that as madness.
Right. Well, okay, so we know everything is really light particles operating at different vibrations and frequencies, and everything we see is an illusion, and we're touching these so-called solid objects, and they're not really solid.
Yeah.
So all the chants are based on the 5 sacred syllables, A-E-I-O-U, and you could do so much just by chanting those vowel sounds, because that's the, just like the planetary sounds with the original music, those vowel sounds are the original way we used to communicate. And so when we chant those sounds, they're so ancient. They go into our bodies and they access our DNA codes, and they just unlock the energy block. So they release the toxin or the poison. And the poison can be a thought. The poison could be a word.
Yeah.
The poison could be something in the environment. It could be the carpet or the paint.
Yeah.
And so, when we chant or when we burn the sage or the frankincense, we're really just shifting the frequency in our environment.
Definitely. The idea that, all right, Sunday mornings, you hear a preach up on the radio. And them have this 9 crying soul. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. That's supposed to make you have disease. I mean, nothing can work that way. I mean, it's supposed to kill plant. Yeah. I don't know, I just try to figure out, can these sounds that these preachers give off help to heal people, or is it more of a damnation to the people? Because when I listen to it on the radio, I really want to listen to it, but it sounds like some dancehall music where you don't want to hear. It's not that you don't want to listen to dancehall music, you don't want to listen to these preachers, but when them start with it, I said, no, sir, that now heal nobody.
Okay, well, let me see. What comes to my mind is I got to study, I took a workshop with this sound healer named Vicki Dobbs, and she developed this, I don't know if she developed it, but she uses this technique where you just give sound to whatever is in your body that doesn't belong there. Like if you have a cold or a pain or a negative thought or something, you just give a sound to it. And when you give a sound to it, you release the toxin. So I'm going to give you an example. She taught me this, something's bothering you, you just give it a sound. Now it's going to sound weird, but it kind of sounds like what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right. Well, just a minute. Go get some advertisement. Cutting edge, yeah.
Help the next generation chase their dreams while you chase yours. Grace is giving away over $10 million during the Chase Your Dreams promotion. $5 million to the sports programs of 3 schools. $1 million per month to 3 lucky shoppers. Simply mail in or drop off 5 Grace labels for a chance to win $1 million a month. Text in the code found on specially marked Grace Pop Peel and Tier products for a chance to win instant prizes of cash, phone credit, and free champs tickets. The more you buy, the more chances to win. Grace, bringing good taste to life. Promotion runs January 6th to March 31st. Conditions apply. See the press for details.
Monday. For the entire month of March, come to any Imperial Optical location and get 20% off select brand brands like Faux, Emporio, Armani, and many more. Imperial Optical. Everybody show this differently. Conditions apply.
Variety is the spice of life, and Rainforest Seafoods brings you the widest and best choices of fish and seafood, flash frozen to seal in all the natural goodness until ready to cook. It's really fresher than fresh. That's a fish fact from Rainforest Seafoods, fresh from the ocean.
So where we're going for drinks, guys?
Somewhere where the vibe's nice.
And where the Heineken is at the right price. At Jay's! Here's the good vibes.
To Heineken at the right price.
Heineken recommended bar price $200. Heineken, open your world. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Enjoy responsibly. See the press for details.
See David Thomas, Bangarang!
Friday, March 11, MX3 Law on the Grill. Saturday, March 12, Bustamante Highland, Elton, Clarendon. Sunday, March 13, Wet and Wild, Falmouth. Saturday, March 19, Colonel Scove, St. Thomas. And Sunday, March 20, Dint Hill Technical High School, Linstead.
Do you know me?
Bangarang!
Magnum loader! The deal ya loader! 5 cents to 2 Magnum loader! Grab a 6-pack Magnum and load up the energy! 2 for $500 at your favorite bar! Remember, loader look! You drink Magnum and load up the energy this season! Must be 18 years old! Drink responsibly!
Thursday afternoon from 12:15 to 1:15 on Easy Skanking. We heights up heart, mind, and soul to soul.
Then testosterone element. Show the wicked nation. Lightning.
I have a dream that one day I'll be a national track and field star.
One day, I will compete against the world. One day, you will not only know my name, but share it.
One day, I will break the world record and then break it again with your help.
Help our boys and girls chase their dream of becoming sports legends. In the Grace Chase Your Dreams promotion, every Grace purchase helps build the athletics fund up to $5 million. Plus, send in 5 labels or text in codes found on Grace products for a chance to win $1 million and more for yourself. Grace, bringing good taste to life. See the press for details.
Easter times are coming and the buns are being baked. So many buns to choose from, but only one to take home. HTV is the one that's got that baked quality. Full of fruits and raisins, soft and sweet as a bun can be. So when you're buying Easter buns, look out for HTV. That's the one that's got the taste that's guaranteed to please.
HTV
Bun.
Hey, check this. Take one biz and buy a Wind and Wheels Raffle ticket now, and you can win 3 bites for you and your crew. One biz, 3 bites every week. Tickets available at Lotto shops island-wide. Draw takes place with the Lotto every Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Authorized by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. Must be 18 and over to play. One winner every week, but you have to be in it to win it. So yo, sell me a ticket. Sell me a ticket. Sell me a ticket now.
Be heart strong. You can reduce your chances of getting heart disease by eating more fish. In fact, seafood is likely the single most important food you can consume for good health. That's a fish fact from Rainforest Seafoods, fresh from the ocean.
I am who I am. I don't pretend. Life is too real. I love. I laugh. I stand strong. And everything I need is right here in my head and in my heart. And I have so many reasons to celebrate. This is the Ray I celebrate. Celebrate your Ray. Ray and Nephew White Overproof Rum, big responsibility. Must be 18 and over to drink.
See David Thomas, Bangarang!
Friday, March 11, MX3 Law on the Grill. Saturday, March 12, Bustamante Highland, Elton, Clarendon. Sunday, March 13, Wet and Wild, Falmouth. Saturday, March 19, Colonel Scove, St. Thomas. And Sunday, March 20, Dint Hill Technical High School, Linstead.
Do you know me?
Bangarang!
Ta-dam, tam, ta-dam, no party, no nice like brick jam.
Smirnoff Bridge Jam. The Smirnoff Bridge Jam Spring Break Festival invite you to All Black, the official welcome party. March 9th, Aqueduct, Rose Hall, Montego Bay. Live performances from iOctane, Kookadoo, and lots of surprises hosted by Unique, Curvy Diva, and Bada Blake. All Black. Admission $1,500 before midnight. Gates open 9 p.m. till 2 a.m. Gotta be 18 and over. ID required. Drink responsibly. March 9th, Aqueduct, Rose Hall, Mo Bay. Hashtag This is Bridge Jam.
From Green Island to Golden Grove, from Moran Point to Negril Point, everybody is raising a glass to say, welcome home, Colbeck, the original Jamaican ginger wine with a wonderful spicy blend, made from real Jamaican ginger and crafted by real Jamaicans. Colbeck is home.
Recommended community bar price $300 per cube and $80 per drink. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Yeah, this is the Culture Edge. We're talking to Tashia Mahat. She have a bachelor in physics and also studied galactic astronomy. Now, studying galactic. Well, first of all, I want to explain to the people them when somebody said them study galactic astronomy, what them studying.
Okay. When I was studying galactic astronomy, we were studying the formation of galaxies and their life cycles, and just the life of galaxies. I took pictures of galaxies. We took measurements from the pictures of their spectrum readings, mostly the formation and just their life cycle.
You have your phone on speaker?
I have my headphones on. Headphones.
Oh, you don't have the phone to your ears?
Yeah. No, I have headset on.
Okay.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can't hear you. It sounds like... How is
it now? Is it better now?
No, it don't sound a bit... No, it's okay. I'm just trying to figure out why it sounds so like echoish like. Anyway.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
so
okay.
The study of astronomy and also the study of physics would help to arrive at the space where the alignment of these stars, the alignment of these planets, and the relationship between the planets and how your body react to where the planets are at the time when the planets are there. And I guess your birth would have something to do with it too. When you're born, would have something to do with it.
Yes.
All right. So explain to the people how that connect to a blocking in your body, in the human body.
Okay. I'll do my best. You're asking really good questions. Okay. So if there's a situation in your life, like trauma or, trauma, it can cause a block in the flow of energy. The trauma can get stuck in your body. Like when a woman is raped, the trauma is stuck in her womb until she does something to release the trauma. If this happens to our ancestors, like in slavery times, and none of the generations have done anything to address it, it's still in our body, like post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Yes.
So we use the, if you come in for a treatment, we'll do your astrology reading. We'll see where the planets are when you were born. We'll see where they are now. We'll see how they relate to, the past and where you are now. We'll choose the tuning forks that correspond to the astrology reading. And since we already know that the sound eliminates the block, then we use the specifically chosen forks for you on that day to address whatever ailment that you have. We can also use the sounds to shift the environment in your space. Like you use the sage or feng shui. Feng shui is depending on where objects are placed in your home. So we can use that to shift the energy. Everything's about shifting the energy. So as far as your astrology, how things were aligned when you were born, it's just as above, so below. However things were up in the universe, that's exactly what's going on in your life and in your body. Because the cells, the way the cells are arranged, it's very similar to the way the solar system is arranged and the way the galaxies orbit around as well, the microcosm and the macrocosm.
Yeah, there's I don't know if you know about Khalil Gibran.
Yes.
Khalil Gibran is a Lebanese poet who wrote a book named The Prophet. And in that book, he says, and love him say, and when you love, you shall not say, the Lord is in my heart, but I am in the heart of the Lord. In other words, God is not only in you, but you are also in God.
Yes.
So there's no time when you are not in God. And if we would recognize that we are in God, we would be more efficient and understanding of our surroundings, because we are connected. If you are in God, it means that you are connected to nature. You are connected to the energy. So what I hear you say now is that in understanding the cosmic energies, the astronomical and the galaxies, what you are doing is connecting what is inside of you physically with what is outside of you naturally.
Yes.
So you are using now the knowledge of what is outside of you to deal with what is inside of you, because it is directly, what is inside of you is directly related to what is happening outside of you.
Yes, exactly. It's one and the same. It's only the Western mind that sees it different.
Say, yeah. The Western mind says, I am here and you are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're really, the goal is to become one with the divine.
That is what the Rastaman has always been saying, I and I. There's no second person. I and I is the same, one. And the Egyptian, well, coming forth by this, say, to see the goodness in things, you have to see yourself in things. If you don't see yourself in things, you can't see the goodness in yourself. Because what is out there is what is in here, you know.
Yes, and also what's inside of us is inside of everyone.
Yes, it's a connection. It's a connection. Yes. So in order to understand what you would say now, we have to get a clear understanding that there is no separation from nature and the human being and how human beings internal, physical internal, react to what is outside of them.
Right, because you see it as separate. It's really about a flow. It's a flow of energy from you to everything that's in your environment. It's just an energy flow.
So if you're in an environment that is always like just miserable and thing, it's bad feng shui. I mean, even if you put your bed, if you sleep with your bed at a certain way in your room, it leads to a certain karma in the room. If you put your dining table a certain way in your dining room, it leads to a certain karma in your food.
Yes.
That is something that Eastern people understand and Western people ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
I truly accept Feng Shui as something that is scientifically practical. How you set your house, how you set your furniture, them, where the window is, one door, something come into one door and lead out to the next door, something come into one window and lead out to the next window. You must have window to window, door to door. If it come in a one way, it go the next way. It's a principle that I personally accept. I really accept that principle. You know,
they didn't even have bathrooms in the same house. You know, the bathroom was somewhere else. They wouldn't have the bathroom.
Like old time people usually have it. Old time people usually have to walk, go outside, go to the bathroom. Now you have toilet and bathroom near kitchen. That's everything. You have to toilet and the bathroom near kitchen.
And you know, we call it Chinese and Eastern, but of course the African, you know, we have to acknowledge the African origin of the Chinese culture and the Chinese people, the Qing dynasty, the Shang dynasty, the Ainu people. It's all African teachings. And the Chinese people, the Qing dynasty, the Shang dynasty, the Ainu people. It's all African teachings. So, all
right. So, how long are you going to be here?
I will be in Jamaica until Sunday. I'm in Houston right now.
Miley says she want to come up at the house because she just gone somewhere, go do things, and you're supposed to come up at my house, come do something. I don't know. Sunday look like you're too near, you know. She here say you've been all over the place.
I've been all over the place. I'm going to be
and you've been all over the place. You never been to. You never been to Marrakesh. You're supposed to come to Marrakesh.
Marrakesh? I don't know what that
Marrakesh is the name of my house that I live.
Oh, I'll come. Yeah, I'll come. We're having a concert, a free concert in Portland on Friday.
You have to pass my yard to go to Portland.
Oh, really?
You have to pass my yard to go to Portland. For your drive to Manor Park Plaza and go past Golden Stone Hill, Golden Street, after pass, man.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can make this happen on this trip.
So what is happening in Portland?
Well, that's where the Kemetic yoga retreats are.
Oh, yeah.
And I had
somebody emailed me. Somebody texted me.
there in January.
Yes.
And so I met with one of the brethren there, Linii, and the Kasha Roots Band. And so I've been working with them, and we're putting on a free concert for the people in Portland on Friday at 7 p.m. at the amphitheater.
Okay.
And I'm also going to be giving free sound healing demonstrations.
So we're in town. You have been demonstrating this.
Well, I'm going to be doing it Friday at the park.
At where?
At the park on Friday at the amphitheater.
That is in Portland.
Yeah, I'll be there.
No, we're not talking about Portland. No, we're talking about Kingston. Where have you been in Kingston?
Oh, in Kingston?
Yeah.
I was at the Nanook.
It was at Nanook Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the woman Bishan. It was the woman Bishan thing.
At Harmony, and we had a little workshop, and I gave some sound healing demonstrations.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll be doing some more on Sunday before I go to Dub Club.
Oh, so it's a musical thing you work with us or no? We're not talking about a musical thing as or no. I mean, we're talking about the music as it relates to the healing. We're not talking about the music as it relates to the performer.
Sound healing here, and then in the evening I'll go to the Dub Club and catch a plane home.
So you're going to have the healing section up at the club, or you're going to just play music?
No, at the house, at my friend's house on Harmony. The people that came to the workshop. If somebody's interested in getting a healing, they can call me, and we can schedule one on Sunday. I'll be here all day Sunday.
Well, I just call you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can schedule something. Like I'm going to try to stop by your house on Sunday on the way.
If you go to Portland, you must pass my house. Yeah. Trust me.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we have your number. If you want, all right. You say you leave Sunday, so it don't really make sense. When you're coming back?
I think I'll be coming back in August, but I might be back sooner.
Well, it don't make no sense to get no phone number or nothing because you're the clear foreigner.
Okay. Yeah.
When you come back, we'll make the people them know say you're here again.
Yeah, you can go to my website and leave me an email, or I'm on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And I have a free webinar series I'm starting up on Tuesday. Mm. People can sign up for that. That'll be how we can use sound healing to heal from post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Okay.
And that's going to be like a 10-part series.
Okay. You have any book out?
I don't have a book out yet. I just have my CDs out right now.
Okay, yeah.
But I am working on the book, so.
All right. Well, we give thanks for the connection. As we say, say, I couldn't make you pass and those or something to you, so,
I'm really thankful for the opportunity to reason with you, Mr.
Yeah, man. Tashia Amit El Mahat. Sister who is into chemitones. I love that. I love that. Give thanks. Yes, sister, give thanks.
Give thanks.
Yeah, this is the cutting edge on IRFM. Yeah, this is the cutting edge on IRFM. As we say, we're going to shift gears. And give a brethren on him. Jalide. Well, if ones know Jalide from them time there, Jalide, a very important figure in the Rastafari community who passed away. And we did an interview with him when he was, I think it was in South Africa when we do the interview.
Haunt you, I caught you where I want you, y'all. Them a go on like them nice, them no nice like we. And I go on like them sweet, them no sweet like we. Them a go on like them high, but them take it so low. And I go on like them care, but them not sincere. Them no nice like we, good nice like we. Them no nice like we. Them no King Selassie. Them no nice like we. Them no Marcus Garvey. No nice like we. Them no Sister Nanny. Them a go like them rough. Them no rough like we. And I
I know. You there with me? Okay, nice, beautiful. Yes. Forward in.
Yeah, right.
Blessed my Lord.
Yeah.
Jalai that
Rastafari be magnified.
Johannesburg. Oh, you know, man?
Well, the connection not too great tonight, not hearing the eye.
All right, tell me if you hear me now.
Yeah, hearing I well?
I hearing you well.
Beautiful, I'm just barely hearing in the eye still.
Yeah, where does I heal up the eye from in South Africa, you know?
Well, most sincere thanksgiving, my brethren. What time is it there now?
The time is 5 minutes past 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's about 9 o'clock, 5 minutes past 9 over in Johannesburg, right?
True. The traffic was terrible to get into a secure line that we could call, you know?
All right.
But we're still on time.
So Jalide is in South Africa. What is happening there now with Jalide?
A more sincere thanksgiving to be on the continent of the promised land, to know that we are walking the said earth as the might of the whole of Trinity, I Selassie. Because, you know, so we get an invitation from the royalty of Ethiopia to arrive in Addis Ababa to do a conference regarding normalization of relations between the Africans at home and abroad. And when we were in Jamaica, we had the privilege of meeting up with Excellency Revolutionary Presidency, Thabo and Becky. And we had secure confidential audience, of which the international settlement of reparations, which right over the earth it is being known that I and Rastafari brethren are the original long-standing proponents of this. And anyone who awakes to the reality that it is the burning issue of the 21st century, they have to coordinate with I and I. We see that the president was so perceptive to show I and I that yes, the vibration is good, is wonderful, and he can work with I and I, the brethren of Rastafari. So we were given an invitation that when we get to Addis Ababa, we should communicate with the High Commission there and prepare for travel to South Africa, where he would receive I and I. So, Lion, that was how we arrived in South Africa. Yellow Pie?
Yeah, man, we are listening, you know. You just talk, man. Just talk. We just want to hear what's going on down there, you know?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, the arrangements that I and I made with the South African government and with their embassy in Addis Ababa procured tickets for 6 delegates from Addis Ababa, which ticketing from the African Union to travel to South Africa. We left on the Wednesday night, airport, Addis Ababa, 3:30 in the morning, Thursday morning, we depart, arriving Addis Ababa in Pretoria, no, Johannesburg airport, roughly 9:10. We were received by a representative of the Foreign Ministry, Mr. Timan from their Caribbean desk. And we were taken to accommodation prepared at the Arcadia Hotel in the capital city of Pretoria. Tours were prepared for I and I to tour the Johannesburg Institute.
This is the Cutting Edge. You're listening to a tape where we did an interview with Jalai when he was in Johannesburg, and that was done from 2003. And it's a relevant thing we are going to deal with. Well, we had played because there's a relevancy in where we're going. On the tape. The time is a relevant thing.
Thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka.
On the tape. The time is 12.
And after we did that, we got an immediate call from the Department of Protocol of the Office of the President that we should be prepared to meet him at Union House by 4:45 the said evening. Yeah, man, it was very swift, and we made our appointment there, and we were received with all courtesy and diplomatic protocol, my brethren. Nothing was left out. At the meeting was acting director of state protocol.
So how long was the meeting with the president?
Hello?
How long was the meeting with the president?
It was wonderful.
No, how long it was?
Speak again.
How long was the meeting with the president?
It was just under an hour, roughly about 50 minutes.
Okay. And who was present at the meeting in terms of the delegation?
The delegation of Rastafari, brethren?
Yeah, who was present there?
All right. There was, at that time it was only 2 members of the delegation that arrived in Pretoria, because 2 had to travel at 3 a.m. in the morning. The rest of the delegation couldn't be ready. So it was just myself, Jalaj, as chairman of the Ethiopian Peace Foundation, and Lion Harry Joseph, who is a director from the 12 tribes of Israel. By that time, we had linked up with Ya Asantewa, who I had introduced to the president in Jamaica as our contact in South Africa. So that were the 3 members from Jamaica that was present at that audience.
Okay. So you say, all right, so you had the meeting?
Yes. Well, at the meeting, as I mentioned, there was the deputy director of protocol in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There was Reverend Shikani, who many brethren may remember that he, went through a portion of persecution during the apartheid days with Bishop Tutu, and he persevered, and now he's a respected advisor of the president. He was there. There was also Ambassador Swanen Paul, who he is in charge of the African, Caribbean, and Latin American desk in the Foreign Affairs, and Daughter Ya Asantewa was in the meeting also. And, well, we put the basic proposals that we had in Jamaica, that the NEPAD initiative, which the president had proposed, which is a new economic partnership for African development, showing how Africa should strive to develop on its indigenous qualities and assets. And we showed how that initiative was accurate and precise to be coordinated with the international human rights burning issue of reparations, since I knew that vast resources had to be transferred from those who we refer to as the defendant states who were guilty against of these great crimes against humanity. You see, so it was agreed that yes, reparations could go wonderful with NEPAD, and therefore he appointed several ministers of his government to facilitate our meetings with the relevant departments in South Africa. And what one would say now, prepared our travel arrangements are instituted, what one would say now, the necessary preparations for I to travel to Mozambique to meet the current chair of the African Union, because by the time I had arrived in, President Thabo Mbeki was now the immediate past chairman, and President Chisano of Mozambique had been now inaugurated as the next of the revolving presidents. And he also instructed his ministers to make arrangements for I to travel to Libya to meet Colonel Gaddafi and to prepare all the ticketing arrangements.
Right. So when the them going to visit the man in Mozambique?
All right. Now, President Chisano, when I had completed our audience with the High Commission of Mozambique in Pretoria, he advised us that President Chisano had several meetings that he had to complete in different geographical locations to be in Addis Ababa Monday the 15th for the inauguration of the first Secretary General of the African Union. So if I felt that it was of vital importance to see him before that meeting, they would suggest that I have an audience with him in the VIP lounge in transit Johannesburg Airport. So that meeting was actually prepared for I on Saturday past, and all the protocol arrangements were made, and I had an audience with His Excellency President Chisano in the VIP lounge at Johannesburg Airport on Saturday. He confirmed all of the matters that we had reasoned with President Thabo Mbeki, and showed his great appreciation that I should travel from the Western Hemisphere to present the case of the diaspora, because he said all African heads had now taken up the case of those in the diaspora as a urgent portion of the continental agenda, and that he would make all arrangements for I to be at the relevant Organization of African Union meetings and initiate the necessary arrangements for I to have observer status in handling the affairs of the people in the Caribbean and the diaspora.
All right. So in Ethiopia, where they're going to have the inauguration, Colonel Gaddafi will be in Ethiopia too?
No, brethren, most of the heads of the African Union are expected to be at that inauguration. But that is not a guarantee, because, they have various government officials that, as we know, standing for them in certain areas of business.
Yes.
And most of the African heads right now are very busy in setting the procedures for the inauguration of the continental government of the United States of Africa. So it is not a positive guarantee that he will be in Addis Ababa, but I know that he will have ministers of government and diplomatic representatives there. Anyway, it is preferable for I to visit him in Libya, because I prefer to visit him in Sirte, which is his hometown, where, of course, you remember that the Sirte agreement was completed regarding the foundation of the African Union.
Yeah.
So right now, I are awaiting a response from his ambassador in Pretoria, who we had an audience with, what time the colonel has appointed for I to meet with him.
Yes.
because our documentation for travel has already been prepared by the South African government, approving something like 100,000 rands for I travel to Libya.
Okay. All right. So how much are the item going to Libya?
That has not yet been arranged. When I arrive in Addis on Monday, then I will consult with His Majesty Zara Jacob Asfawas in Makonnen, and then we will collectively choose the delegation that will be going to Libya.
Well, it sounds like the guy is making some inroads. We give thanks to hear that, you know.
Well, Mutama brethren, I tell you, say, all I have heard, because I told I and several other brethren that there is a vast community of Rastafari brethren in South Africa, but nothing prepared I for what I really saw. And since I have been here, I have been having basically between 3 to 4 diplomatic audiences each day, and after that I still have to visit and commune and have devotion with different organs of the Rastafari faith that have invited and man, it's been wonderful, my brethren, to see the spirit of the Most High recreated in these younger generation, daughters and brethren. And my brethren, all of them have as their first, most crucial agenda, repatriation, you know, brethren.
So, they never reach a Cape Town yet?
No.
Well, it's when they reach Cape Town now, they're going to see the power of the rest of them, the Rastafari vibration in Cape Town. Total different from Johannesburg.
I have heard.
I hear.
And I are definitely preparing to reach Cape Town. One thing is that now, in trying to make the arrangements to go there, because I have today, Wednesday, until Saturday, because I have secure confirmation of travel to arrive in by Ethiopian Airlines in Addis by let's see, Sunday night at 9 o'clock. So when I showed brethren, you know, what time I really have, when I called in the Cape, they showed I that they were now preparing to go to East Cape for a celebration of the Ethiopian New Year, you know?
Yes.
So then it would have been difficult for them to make certain arrangements for I because I found that it would make sense if I have to travel by road according to the distance. So
yeah, but Cape Town is 2 hours air flight from Johannesburg. You know?
Hello?
Cape Town is 2 hours flight from Johannesburg.
That is that arrangement I was trying to make. But at the same time, there are brethren from Northwestern University who require I to give one lecture there today. Yeah, I know, so that would actually cut down the amount of time that I have to both travel to and from Cape Town to fulfill I diplomatic obligations in Addis on Monday. So what I have done now is made an arrangement with them that I will angle Addis and then the AAA Sirte connection, because I quite likely going to have to go to London before I go to AAA, you know, right? And I have some budgeting in different areas of the continent which I need to go and access that have already been confirmed for I. So I show them that with those budgeting approvals, I should be able to, you know, acquire a private motor that, you know, it would make traveling on the continent more, you know, up to date, you know.
Yeah.
So they have agreed that they would allow I then to reschedule I visit to the Cape after I tried in from Libya.
Well, brethren, it sound good, you know. We just hope that they, as you say, continue to make the inways, you know. You know, over the years, the inways have been made, you know, more the merrier. You know, we give thanks to the more the merrier, you know.
Yes.
So when I see that they will come forward to Jamaica.
All right. Now, you see, this trip that I and I have scheduled for Libya, His Highness the Crown Prince Estefanos Mangasha was saying that what work he and I accomplished in 1 week in South Africa, he really desired I and I to be in Ethiopia for 6 months to see what I and I would accomplish there. But
6 months.
At the time, hello?
6 months, you say?
Yes, that's what they are proposing, that I and I should stay in Addis for that period. I haven't made any agreement on that as yet, because I and I would have really have to approve that with Zara Jacob, since is really on his invitation I and I ride in.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, what has happened is with the meeting with President Chisano, and also the meeting with Zimbabwe, because we have met with their High Commission to prepare for a trip to Zimbabwe, also to link up with President Mugabe, and also with Nigeria to link up with President Olusegun Obasanjo, since he was in the original agreement that established the group of eminent persons. And you know that we have met with Winnie, and Winnie has actually immediately agreed to be the international sponsor and moral patron of reparations. So right now we are preparing some arrangements for Winnie to actually arrive in Addis Ababa to get confirmation from the Organization of African Unity regarding that new status for her. Right? So what has been proposed to I is that instead of going to Libya and return to Addis, that I and I should go on to New York to deal with the United Nations, because what they are offering, I and I know, is representation on behalf of the diaspora, because they show I and I that they appreciate the amount of documentation and track record that I and I have been able to bear on this procedure and on this international settlement, because they say that they have been working on it, and they are most pleased to know that in the West, there has been ones who have been working on it so diligently that we can now coordinate.
Yeah.
So when I am in Addis Ababa, those arrangements will be made. Now, if I and I have to travel to New York, I and I have already been invited by the brethren in Miami to link them from a reach in New York. So, so from I and I make the link there, I and I will make an effort to be in Jamaica even for a week or probably 3 days. Yes, I.
Well, that would be like when? When that would be? The Miami link?
That would be between 9 days to 14 days.
From now?
Yes.
Okay. Because you have some events that take place in a Miami for Peter Tosh,
Yeah.
Ones are there too, I don't know.
Well, Lion Muta, I know, say, it's only for the eye to communicate and let I and I know, fire, because I tell the eye, it's amazing to believe that I could barely get a ticket to leave Jamaica. One at a time, it looked like I couldn't even get a visa to go. In I briefcase, I have 8 tickets to travel to different parts of the world, and these things just volunteered by different heads of state and, what one would say now, ambassadors charge their fears,
yes.
High commissions. That
them say when one door closed, the other one open.
Is a living truth, my brethren.
Yeah.
The living truth.
Yeah, man.
I am amazed at the reception of the testimony from I and I, my brethren.
Yes.
As the Almighty God live it. All I know is the living truth, and I hear I school I and I. Yet when I hear the words that come out I and I mouth, my brethren, and I see the effect of them among, heads of state and experienced diplomats, it really is something to behold. So it's just an amazement and thanksgiving to the wonderful one who really, sold all of us.
So they went to Shashamane?
Of course, man, away as a man.
Bongo Rocky and
I reach in Addis, and next day I reach at Shashamane.
Yes.
At the first place I eat Chalice on the continent with Bongo Rocky and daughter Baby I.
Yes.
Yeah, man, at the biggest tabernacle I ever see.
Yeah, man, the tabernacle big, man.
I returned here.
The tabernacle big dog there.
Oh, man, is the biggest tabernacle I ever behold in my days.
Yes, yeah. Well, I know they have much more to see,
The brethren, and I give thanks for the moment to just give a brief report to the I Am a Lion and to encourage our brethren and daughters in the West. So listen now, all of the people upon the continent is like them almost revere I and I. Them want see I and I. Them don't want I and I leave. Them agitate full time for the whole of I and I reach up here. So when I read the prophecies to show them about the Sabbath of Sabbath, the great Sabbaths that have a whole upon the continent here with all of over taken away from the West. I mean, them just eat that up, my lion. And it's that I and I work for, So one knows that we soon clean out the whole of the Western hemisphere like a vacuum cleaner, my brethren.
Yeah.
Without apology, who wants to stay there is just their choice. But Africa doors wide open and the gates them wide open. Lion is like, as you know, is like you're giving a clean slate, you can write anything you want, It's like you're giving a blank check, by the Almighty that you can just write in your figures, So right now, my brethren, to what authority and governmental leverage that I and I have been given by the presidents, we just have to make certain that we use it wisely and implement it with discretion. They are seen so that when we have to give them reports, they will be fully satisfied on the extent that they have put themselves out to really give I and I these, authority in their countries, So I and I are looking forward, my brethren, to just pure triumph and pure victory, my lion.
Sure.
Most sincerely.
All right, give thanks. Asantewa is there?
Yes, man. One moment. And it's Asantewa, the president. Yes, on another line, but we're going to have to interrupt it and I'm going to take over the business and let her talk to the eye. One moment.
All right, then.
Greetings.
Blessed Asantewa.
Rastafari, you can see I can't even respond to no email that get one a respond. And I'm meeting up with Zinzi tomorrow because she hasn't even been here and she's organizing certain things.
Yeah. Well, no. We're not under that, we call you for. We just call you for find out how you do.
Muta just enough works. Me just glad to have the ones them in and, just be able to be of service. Me just stop everything so that them can make sure that the mission is accomplished,
All right. Yeah, give thanks for your input,
It's very positive, Muta. I mean, when you see how Jalal open doors, I mean, I know our powers, but when I see, even the way how ministers of government have been jumping around his brethren, President Trisano fly to Johannesburg just so that this meeting can happen, and them showing us that reparations and repatriation is number 4 on the AU agenda. The South African government pay for 6 tickets for ones to travel to Libya to see Muammar Gaddafi, all them things are happening, and Muta, me know say in terms of reparations and repatriations, ones taking it, because the key thing that they have asked for is a desk in the AU dealing with reparations and repatriation facilitated by Rastafari ones,
Yeah.
And President Trisana even go as far to show her that the problem with this request is that ones and ones in America are blocking the Caribbean effort. African Americans don't regard I&I in the Caribbean in terms of managing the effort of the African issue of reparations and repatriation. And he said we have to go deal with that, and he's very concerned about the African American agenda, really the Caribbean agenda, you know.
Yeah.
And that was a very profound statement he made, Muta.
Well, have to just continue the work, you know.
Yes, sir.
Have to continue the
And
work.
Chaser did 2 big lunches for them in the new house, Muta.
Who?
Chaser.
Oh, yeah?
Open up the house for the ones, them, and, you know, just, you know, enough 2 dinner, 1 welcome dinner, 1 farewell dinner. And I just
How is Lando?
Move, you know. Lando? Empress Lando? Tell her to come forward.
She there? Oh, she for that?
Yes, greetings. Yeah, man, we have all the elder youth, them a travel with the elder, you know, Lando a travel with I&I.
Yeah.
Nether Bridging, because we have a contingent, we not travel nowhere without a couple of vehicles, you know, where the president just released the I&I, you know.
Okay, give
So let's
thanks.
hold forward. Empress Lando, can you please come and greet Jamaica? And Brethren Seat, let us heal up Muta. Muta is enough love for the eye and the inspiration, and, you know, me not gonna stop do the work, irrespective of what ones and ones want try to do to I&I. Me know some my work is for Muta,
Yeah.
and me not stop praise His Majesty and do the work of the King, you know.
Give thanks.
And give thanks for the high support of I&I, you know. I mean, not stop sing Muta praise. So, who not want to hear that, I just saw them off for just, you know, rest up with that. Till I say I know, because when you're in South Africa, you make I&I work easy. I mean, not stop to that.
Yes.
You see? Just hold forward for the 2 you, them, Empress Lando and Brethren Seatler. Just forward. Rastafari.
Lando.
Yes, I greetings.
You talk to Jamaica, you know.
Seen, yes, I.
I don't see no email or nothing.
Yes, I.
Eh?
The line is not clear. Greetings.
Blessed?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Yes, I say happy Ethiopian Day to all of the Jamaicans.
I thought you was in Zimbabwe.
No, I is here in Johannesburg this time.
Okay, so give thanks to you upon the Jamaican radio, you know.
Truly, I is working hard, you know, preparing for the item to come forward home.
Yes.
You know.
All right.
Yes,
All right, who else is there?
Forward. Pardon?
Who else is there?
Who else is the other brethren, Russ Siche from Pretoria?
Okay.
One moment.
Greetings.
Blessed.
Rastafari living, you know. Happy Heritage Day, Africans abroad, you know. And I feel very grateful to talk with the brethren, you know, to let the brethren be aware also that I know we are in the duty this side. Hey, I.
Yeah, blessed.
That is true. This is Congo, Yaso and South, you know. And I, you know, we love to see the brethren physical, to let them repatriate physical. We like the works that the brethren are being strengthening, the way that they being make us be aware here, so in Africa, about the whole works that need to be done in this time as a mission. So we give thanks to all the brethren abroad, let them see the truth in this time. That right now we are getting ready for the brethren to come at home. Hey,
well, as we say, the work is moving on, you know. We give thanks for the communication, and we know, say, why these vibrations make Africa even look closer to it. You know, there was a time when we couldn't even communicate like this. You know, and now we see that we have brethren in South Africa, sisters in South Africa, Ethiopia, all over the globe, and we can communicate on radio programs in Jamaica with the brethren them. So we give thanks for these moments, you know. We know that the movement is pushing through, you know.
Rastafari.
Yes.
Yeah, letting networking by brethren that has fulfilled this within this time is an time is being prophesied that the Rastafari is going to reach 2 million. It's an time that has to keep in it, my brethren.
All right. We can talk back to Jalai there.
Yeah. Yes, Jalai.
I Selassie.
Jalai.
Yes, my brethren.
You know, we just say that, you know, it's very important that these things happen. For sure, the people them say, for I words, even though it might look small, but it's very large. Because there was a time when we was only talking about Africa. Now we say a communication link at 20 minutes to 2 in Jamaica, at 20 minutes to 10 in South Africa right now, where brethren and brethren can be communicating with each other from so far. You know, this is really something else. You know?
Naturally.
And we feel good for that, knowing from where we're coming from and where we are now. And we are telling one of them, say, things is happening. So it's not like one must give up faith and give up hope. Because we now go just bow down and go down. You know, I just saw it go. Because we life that, you know, I just we life. We give thanks, brethren, give thanks, Citrin. You know, and as we say, you know, South Africa is like my second home now, so we soon come. You know.
All right, my lion. And you see, the event that you show I and I about, I and I go and check it out and get the link on the iPhone, you know.
You mean the one in Miami?
Aware and prepare to listen to a link from I.
You mean in January or in Miami?
In January.
Yeah, Cape Town.
Yeah, I will check out that.
Yes. All right, blessed. Give thanks for brethren.
It's tomorrow. I and I meeting with Winnie Forward, you know.
Oh, you're meeting with Winnie again?
Yes, man. Yes, man. Winnie and the Rastafari faith tight, you know, my brethren.
No, me I tell that.
All right.
Wait,
to remind
me I tell that. Jalide. I can't tell you that.
I true, man. I know the link between the eye and her, man, still. So I just straight off a go fire.
Yes. You get peace. You get peace how we are dealing with it.
I live in truth, man, and we see the whole edge open before I and I, my brethren.
All right,
Most
sir.
Sincerely.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
So, Lion Muta.
Yes.
Most sincere thanksgiving for the link here.
Yeah, man. And anytime they are ready, just call again and you know, so we're upon it.
But of course, you know, so as soon as we advance any development, we are going to call the eye.
Yes.
And next Tuesday, they must prepare for a link from Ethiopia.
Wednesday.
Yes, next Wednesday.
Yes, of course.
So can I and I do it the said time?
Yeah, man. What you mean, man? Of course.
All right, I and I go set that for next Wednesday from Addis, right?
Yeah, blessed.
Yes, so give I and I love and thanksgiving, respect and encouragement all the brethren and sisters down there, and show all of them say, exactly as the Most High had said, I will gather I and I people in the east, and I will send for those in the west. I will say to the north, give up unto the south.
Will not back. Bring my sons and my daughters from the ends of the earth.
And I daughters from the ends of the earth.
They that are called by my name.
That is called by a great, terrible, and awesome name, I Selassie.
Rastafari.
Rastafari. One love, my brethren.
Blessed.
Wink of an eye.
Give thanks. Yeah, that is a interview we did in 2003. Yeah, 2003. I think it was January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October 2003. Now, why we play that interview? We play that interview on a whole heap of different levels. One is that the Rastafari brethren and sisters them have been advocating in Africa about reparation and repatriation to different leaders of the different countries in Africa. Now, a whole heap of time a man here say Mutaga in Africa. We know we'll go far still, but I have never been in an African country and don't meet with somebody that I feel that I can say something as it relates to our view of repatriation and reparation. We have sit with presidents and prime ministers and political leaders and talk to them about what we desire in relationship to how we view Africa and what we see the African leaders and politicians can do as it relates to our talk about reparation and repatriation. Now, we have seen the escalation of the reparation committee in this part of the world amongst Caribbean leaders, Caribbean intellectuals, and all these things. Now, a foundation has been laid over the years by the Rastafari community in Africa. I really would like now, like this year, especially like how we see another government coming in a Jamaica, you know, and one of the ministers them is deemed to be a leader, an advocate of the reparation movement in the Caribbean. He has made his voice loud and clear. And also we have seen professors of the different universities take themselves in leadership positions as it relates to the reparation and repatriation of the African people about Africa. No, we don't really hear no communication. We understand the reparation of trying to get the people them who was responsible for slavery to really repair that damage. But there is a underlying thing that is necessary and important. And what is the underlying thing and that is important? To get African leaders on board. To get African leaders on board in relationship to what we hear Jalai just say, what we hear was happening and it's still happening by groups and individuals, and I would put myself as an individual in that because I don't really belong to no organization in Jamaica. When I make a move, I make a move. I don't sit down with no committee and no group to tell me say this and this and that, because sometimes I sit down with committees and groups and not no come out tight, and then you hear say you can't represent this group or you can't represent this organization. But I know my representation is very important given this position I find myself in. So when we hear about these groups of intellectuals who is fighting the reparation fight, I think that there should be more communication, because there are heads of state and politicians in Africa that is receptive towards what is now taking place in terms of reparation and repatriation. This loud voice that was the Rastafari voice that has given this repatriation. This loud voice that was the Rastafari voice that has given this flesh, these dry bones now live. This voice of reparation and repatriation that the Rastafari community has been shouting about. We have seen that it has taken to itself momentum. But the momentum must include Africa. We understand the idea of going directly to the people them who enslave the African people them. But in making the voice more pronounced, just like you hear the man say, we're going to the OU, the AU, and we're going to meet this man and that man, and most of them is very receptive, including Winnie Mandela. You know, we met with leaders. I mean, we're not calling a name, but we make with leaders. As we say, every time we reach Africa, we find some way to buck up on some president or some prime minister and express to them exactly how we see it as Rasta and how we see it as African people in this part of the world. I would hope that the reparation committee, and as we say, one of the loud voices is one of the ministers now who is in power. Because most of the time when he was speaking about it, he was on the sideline as it relates to national power, being part of the power base in Jamaica, being part of the government in Jamaica. Most of the time when him speak, it was outside of that government structure. Now he's a part of the government structure. And I am hoping that with his voice and the voice of the intellectuals that I have heard over the years talking about reparation and having meetings and conferences in different parts of the Caribbean, that they would follow up on the links that have been made over the years by the Rastafari community in Africa. Because as I said before, a lot of these African leaders is receptive. Even though we know that a lot of them is not in power again, and that also some of them have died, including Jalide, the voice that you hear we interview, he never come back. And Gaddafi, I hope people don't know, say, the Africa Unite concert that Rita started in Ethiopia and then carried it into Ghana and then into Jamaica. Gaddafi was on the line ready to support it in Libya. Yes, Gaddafi was one of the men who said, yes, we want to have it in Libya. And Gaddafi was like was one of the main person who recognized the importance of moving barriers, moving the false barrier that was put up in Africa by Europeans to divide the African people them. And he was putting him out and him money in the same place. Now Gaddafi is not there anymore. As a matter of fact, Gaddafi is now seen as a terrorist by America. So America is deciding for we who's a terrorist and who's not a terrorist. But we recognize that there's a group of brethren and sisters who has went before and has opened many doors in Africa. And all it needs is for these people who are very influential in universities, scholars, and prime ministers now, because we see prime ministers now getting involved. We see Prime Minister of St. Vincent is deeply involved in the reparation movement, and other prime ministers and other politicians. One would hope that we would see a link, a Pan-African link. And this is where Pan-Africanism come in now. Just like the Rastafari movement, who will never just sit down here and hope, but we actually make move. And we make move and try to connect with people who feel can make a difference and can help to sustain this repatriation movement so as to make it more meaningful and more advanced in Africa itself. We would hope that given the move where the reparation committee, I mean, I say them not make no move because they have done a big move, great move. But I think it is time that the Pan-Africanism trip in with the reparation committees in this part of the world. It can't just be just a group of farmer slaves organizing and structuring when we have a bigger base. And I don't want to use the word fan base. We have a bigger base of people who is influential and can make a big difference. When I say big, we mean like massive difference to where we are asked. When we are asked about reparation, there's a group of people in the world right now, in Africa, we can make the voice of the reparation movement and the voice of the Rastafari brethren and sisters be expanded to a very large extent. And we need to rally round that idea. And also we need to recognize that the Rastafari brethren and sisters from them time there, including Jalide, who never come forward. And you have sister in there right now in Africa who is working diligently upon it. And you have brethren in this part of the world. Not because we now blow no trumpet and I blow this and I blow that. But we have consistently tried to make a link and a connection with people who we feel can make a difference in when we shout reparation, repatriation. They have that in their mind because they hear the sound and the cry. Not of people who make a telephone call or people show it and you read it, but people who actually sit down with them. Sit down. It's like how you hear Jalai say, he meet the president, the man from Mozambique in at the airport, in at the VIP lounge. It's many of that we do. After we leave Jamaica and go over there, so many sit down with vice presidents and prime ministers and things, and I show them, say, watch out, this is the cry. This is where we are working with us now. What is it that you can do or is going to do to help this massive movement, this Pan-African movement? We need a Pan-African mindset. We understand people who say them is Pan-Africanists, who is searching for reparation. But I think a lot of these Pan-Africans strive for it outside of the African connection. The African connection must be a focal point in our strive for reparation and repatriation. The African connection must be the center. You hear me play the tune by Sizzla a while ago, Center of Attraction. Africa is the center of attraction. We, who is Rastafari, Bridget and Citrian, have over the years recognized that Africa is the center of our being. So when we lobby for equal rights and justice for African people, even though it's over this side, but we want to connect it with a movement or with an idea that is embedded in people who is influential in Africa that can make a difference. That when we talk, it's not just we talk, but you have people in Africa themselves recognize that here is a group of people that come and talk to we, you know. We need to figure it out. We need to figure it out. And I have not met any politician, I don't know, and I them down there, you know. Because you hear Jalai a while ago attack, and him say, the people them were in me that can make a difference. They are very receptive to the ideas that is exposed to them. I personally have not met any politician or any leader, whether prime minister or president, that has said to me, no, we don't have them thing there. That no interest. The nearest thing that will come to that, and believe you me, it's amazing. The nearest thing will come to that is when Mugabe come to Jamaica. Mugabe come to Jamaica and sit down in a Pegasus Hotel. I remember, and I whip a man in there. When the argument of repatriation come up, Mugabe said, why we want to leave Jamaica to white people? We must stay and build up Jamaica. Mugabe said that. I remember distinctly when he said that. He's the only person that has shown a kind of, shakiness about, Africans coming to Africa. We must stay here, so. Yet still, in I'm 90 at the old stage, so now, him recognize the argument that Haile Selassie give out for a long time, say, Africa await its creators. Mugabe recognized that as a man who now sieved through the AU and recognized that this thing is not just Africa now, this is Pan-African, this is an African thing, whether you're at home or abroad, it's a Pan-African thing. And the pan in the African, it means all African. if you don't understand what Pan-African mean. Pan-African mean all African. So when we sit with a prime minister or president and we say, look, you know, but why you figure out how this thing will go? First we attack the visa thing. Then we say, what is your, how this will work out? And you see, it just needs some coordination, you know. It is a coordination. It needs some coordination. That is really what it needs. It needs coordination. It need the connection make between East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, and South Africa. Well, not so much North Africa, because North Africa now is Arab thing, and you know, we don't know if you want to work with the Arab thing, but we have like West Africa, we have Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Senegal, Gambia, very receptive. Yahya Jammeh, very receptive to it. As a matter of fact, Yahya Jammeh has made efforts already to repair certain damages that the Africans themselves have done on our ancestors. Yes. So him recognize the need for do certain things. Understand? Here when him the talk about Winnie Mandela, me know as a fact that Winnie Mandela is very receptive. And she's still there. She's still about, you know, she's not done, you know. It's not done, she's not done. Now because you don't hear the news way, but she's still at work. Make Asante what tell you about Winnie Mandela in at this time, yeah. You know, you have, I mean, you don't really have to name them, but you have politicians, you talk about presidents and prime ministers, who all it really need, these people who now take up the mantle of repatriation and reparation outside of the Rastafari community, because now it is not only a Rastafari cry, it has become now an diasporic African cry. You know, we say, we should name the Verena Shepherd up at the university, very loud. We see Beckles, very loud. We see Prime Minister of St. Vincent, very loud. We see Mike Henry Dongaso, very loud. All these people is not Rasta, but them have a voice that is pronounced as part of the establishment, as part of the established community, where can make a difference. Their effort can make a difference and can lend even more weight to what Rastafari have been doing. It can lend a whole heap of weight. So I am going to press along with this reasoning to these what I'm called professors and people who claim to be a part of this reparation thing. This year is, I mean, this is my time to say, look here, this thing gone in Africa from long time, and we don't, you know, concerted effort by the reparation committees to go into Africa and get the Africans involved in the reparation and repatriation zone. There is a need to include Africans, continental Africans on the continent with what we in this part of the world is doing and saying as it relates to reparation and repatriation. It is very important that we make it a all African trust. You know, we move as all African, as Pan-African. We move it that way. Not just diasporic Africans who is here now, who's attacking England and attacking France, attacking Portugal and attacking Spain, but recognizing that you have some clout behind it. Not just intellectual clouts, not just professors clouting, but political entities clouting. So, I'm going to talk to some of these people. I'm definitely going to talk to some of these people, without a doubt. This is the cutting edge on RFM.
What's up, man? Morning.
Morning, sir.
Come on, me hear the little Africa, the big Africa conversation, but I really want to go back to Africa still, Muta.
No, funny. And everybody go and go.
No, because yes, right now, Jamaica to me, them say small looks for big shit. Africa only big than the we have a world of artists, a world of musicians.
You don't think that Africa have that world of artists and world of musicians?
No, Muta, man.
Africa have no world of artists and world of musicians?
No, Jamaica, them originate from them. Get them.
You ever hear about you, Masikela?
You Masikela, yes.
You ever hear about Miriam Makeba?
Yes, I want to.
You ever hear about Salif Keita?
Yes.
You ever hear about Yoso Endor?
Who originated reggae music, Muta? No,
reggae music you talk.
Yes, man.
But then no Jamaica, but a Jamaica reggae music come up when you say Jamaica Africa have no music. Don't kind of reggae music. But I don't go reggae music in the world, Bridging.
But full music more popular, Muta.
But you gonna say that? Oh, you are gonna say that now? Oh, you are gonna say that now? Tell me. Because African music has been influencing Western music for years, for centuries.
Where world I work with Muta.
African music have been influencing all different music for centuries. Don't get dogmatic in your thinking, you know, Bridget.
No, man, you're right, man. But me and Tracy, we have a world of athletes.
World of which athlete?
No, you send both Shelley and Foster, not my world leader in the world.
Who is the fastest long distance runner in the world? Where the fastest long distance runner in the world come from?
Me talk about today, Muta.
You don't know me talk. Who is the fastest long distance runner in the world? That me ask you.
Today, me don't know. You have to tell me that one.
Oh, well, you have to go find out that. You see, because we can't take the dogmatic business, about, Jamaica is the center of the world and Jamaica is the best place in the world and Jamaica is this and that.
So, Muta, you send both, the world greatest runner right now.
Him is the fastest 200 meter and him is the fastest 100 meter.
Fastest man in the world.
No, listen to me, I say, no, man. If him a run at 200 meter, him is the fastest 200 meter and him is the fastest 100 meter. You have other meters. You have other meters where him can't run like a man where in Kenya or in Ethiopia. Him can run fast, but in terms of the longevity in the running, him is fast. Him is the fastest 200 meter and 100 meter. But you have other meters in the Olympics. You have other meters in the Olympics. So it's just so it go. Him is the fastest 400 meter and 400 meter. I mean, me not deny that, but me just tell you, say, don't get dogmatic in your talking.
Alright, suppose me say that IRFM are the biggest station in the world.
That is foolishness. It's foolishness. IRFM is not the biggest station in the world. It's foolishness.
So with other parts in the world...
Bridget, you know, me can't take the whole heap of fool talk, Bridget. Tell me to talk about something else. Talk about something else. IRFM is not the biggest radio station in the world. That is foolishness.
Which radio station?
Brethren, talk something different. Talk something different. Alright, call me back then. Call me back. Yeah, call me back. Yes, EL.
Yeah, good night, Hunter.
Yeah.
Alright, now the reason why that the world...
Wait, hold on there. When a man say world, what am I talk about? When a man say world, am I talk about between... You might talk about Norman Manley Airport and Sangsters Airport. I don't understand when I say world, when I talk about. Because sometimes a man talk about world, him think say the end, the Negril to Moran be at the end of the world that it's all like Columbus. Anyway, talk, Bridget, talk.
Yeah, man, so my reason why that earlier, the young lady on the something.
The reason I'm talking about what?
with a girl, so she can use sound for healing.
Oh, yeah, the healing, yes.
Because a couple of weeks ago, I think me already see program on brother called I give myself a different type of healing. You hear about that? Some of them.
Yeah, Reiki and all sorts of different things. Yeah.
So, I think I can get some more practitioners to come on. You know, that would be good.
All right, yes.
People say that.
All right, sir.
All right.
I'm going to take
I have a record thing when I think about for audio, you know? Where, based on where Kawu did I do on our morning program. So, all the time come to me and this name put on. And so now that we have found God.
So,
what? Now that we have found God.
Yeah, the search in search of God.
African God, yeah. For that series there. So now that we have found God, we now need to study the cycle of the moon. Okay. Every day, every month, every year until the cycle repeats itself.
All right, sir.
And then I say, based off of that reason, that's still me, I say now, how will we verify that what we have studied is true, you know? Because we can always get information, and information we get to right, you know? So, I don't know if you have anything documentary on the moon and things like that, you know?
Well, all you have to do is just put in a YouTube or in a Google and Google where you look for.
No, man, I understand that from that level there, but at the same time.
No, I don't have nothing specific I can't tell you at the moment.
Oh, well, it must be like right now, isn't it?
Okay.
But based off how the girl left us still with the planetary thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to this like a thought I'm right, so we need to expound on it still, no?
Alright, which part do you want to expound on?
No, in the sense that when you come to astrology, people are always more instead of about the moon and more talk about the planet, man. Remember, so every planet, according to physics, every planet has their own moon, you know?
Yeah. Well, the moon have a relationship to how water flow in a Earth too.
Yeah.
It have a direct relationship with the female energy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like one of the have to say, for instance, dark night and moonshine night make a whole different to plant life.
Yeah.
You know, them say you must cut bamboo in a moonshine light because we take it up, or you must plant underground food in a moonshine. Them kind of way there.
Yeah.
And the moonshine draw the water, the sea level get, less. Yeah. Them kind of way there. So the moon is a very important part in our Earth setup. Yeah. And how it affect the female too. Because there's a whole heap of effect it have on the female and the energy with female push. Well,
I was going to say, even though you have to go YouTube, we can always do that. But if you have anything you think are authentic still,
yeah, man. Well, me just tell you some things already. Right now in terms of
most of that, most of them, when I hear them, I kind of know you have to top of it.
Yeah, you.
When you do more reasoning and more scientific way, then present to people all because more evidence.
Yeah, me understand. But we can't give you evidence. No, but when we just talk about the moon, the bamboo and them things, we can't give you evidence of that,
No, we know that because it depends on the tree. When you chop it down certain time, it's the most rotten.
Yeah.
Even though you have certain wood, irrespective of the time where you cut it, it's not rotten. But I mean, based on how people practice, do them farming practice, that's true. And people always try to get
that is scientific. Yeah, man. That is scientific knowledge.
Yeah, man.
All right. Give thanks, Virgin.
All right.
Yeah, man. Okay. So we'll go back to him to cheer.
EL Motor.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yes, man. Yeah, maximum, Yeah, well, it's right now in Jamaica towards Africa. It's a powers, But me feel say Rastafari become more stronger, in a Jamaica,
By doing what?
Right now we have Marcus Garvey School down at St. Anne's Bay, right? And we have Bob Marley from 9 Mile there, so. Right now, the man, right now, we don't see which part them I appreciate St. Anne, on a high level,
Who no appreciate St. Anne?
Rastafari on a whole.
Rastafari. So what should they do to make you feel so them appreciate it?
Well, right now, I feel say the world.
Hold on, man. What Rasta should do in St. Anne for make you feel say they appreciate it?
Right now, Rasta need to have them own radio station. Rasta need to have them own school. Rasta need to have them own hospital.
Yo. You just tell me, say, Rasta don't appreciate St. Anne because you have Marcus Garvey secondary school and you have Bob Marley place where him dead, where him buried up there. So them not feel what them need to do in St. Anne to make you say them appreciate St. Anne.
By building even a radio station, the great
in a St. Anne. So hold on, man. All right. So if them build a radio station in a St. Anne, you'd have say them appreciate St. Anne.
Well, St. Anne a world breeding pools for the world, you know.
Oh, one man has said Jamaica now, and now you have said St. Anne. Hey, Jamaica not stop at the border at St. Mary and Trelawney, you know, brethren.
Nah, man.
Where not come from with this talk about St. Anne are the breeding place to the world?
We have to recognize the thing on a high level, you know.
All right, so tell me what makes St. Anne higher than all of the other places in the world. Tell me now.
You see where the rising star come from?
Where the rising star comes? No star no rise, no brethren. There's no star that rise. Which part of the star they will rise? Which part of the star they will rise? Tell me which part of the star they will rise.
See the great black prophet Marcus Garvey. You know feel say there's a high energy towards St. Anne. Why you find a man like Marcus Garvey with 10,000 people follow him in America?
No, me not think say it means that St. Anne are the greatest place in the world. Me not think so.
No, Mota.
Yes.
We respect the iron army.
Me don't believe that you Marcus Garvey born at St. Anne is the greatest place in the world.
Yeah, man, then, my brother.
What you mean, yeah, then? Me I tell you what me not see. Me not see it. Me not see, because Marcus Garvey born at St. Anne is the greatest place in the world.
Yeah, but Mota.
Yeah.
I represent Rasta, you know, but you know must do the greatest thing for Rasta.
You know what me say? Me say, I don't see how Marcus Garvey birth in St. Anne make St. Anne be the greatest place in the world.
Yeah, but me I say the eye is a eye order towards Rastafari, but you know must do the highest thing for Rasta.
But me no born at St. Anne.
You're not born at St. Anne.
Yeah,
that's why I have to say the eye must do the highest thing for St. Anne.
So what? So Kingston is not the greatest place in the world?
The whole place great, man, but you have great and great and greatest.
Okay, so St. Anne is the greatest place in the world.
My brother.
Yeah.
Africa is the greatest place in the world.
No, you just tell me that St. Anne is the greatest place in the world because Marcus Garvey born at St. Anne.
Yeah, so me
I don't even know, but you pass the whole talking, you know, because you don't tell me about Rasta now do nothing. Rasta should have done, so I build radio station in St. Anne. We're burning spear, what? Burning spear Rasta?
If burning spear Rasta?
Yeah.
I know it's burning spear as a Rastafari.
Right. Bob Marley a Rasta?
I know it's Bob Marley as a Rastafari.
Yeah. So what you say now? Bob Marley and Burning Spear let down St. Anne then? Because them never build a radio station in a St.
Them not let down St. Anne. Them to the powers of the man. Them alright. You see, organization I want a key thing. You know, if I and I brother work over this and I brother work this. So right now you are working at IRFM in a watch race right now. See?
Yeah.
And if the eye come forward towards building a radio station, we have Rastafari which part where even...
Yeah, but suppose me not choose to build a radio station in a St. Anne. Suppose me choose to build it in a Kingston.
Which part where even...
Yeah, but suppose me not choose to build a radio station in a St. Anne. Suppose me choose to build it in a Kingston.
But if you choose to build it in a Kingston, that's why I may assure you, say, right, you know, you'll still make a step towards Rastafari.
It means, say, Kingston is the greatest place in the world.
Right now, you saw me, I say.
No, why you talk higher than me, brethren? You talk higher than me.
Rastafari right now, if you had stop walk back at people and stop even listen to people radio station and things. Rastafari if you have work for them.
So me ask you a question. Use a Rasta. Use a Rasta.
I know Rastafari.
Then why not stop walk behind people and stop listening to them radio station?
Baruka, we need to educate.
Why you don't stop? Wait, no man. Why you don't stop walk behind people and stop listening to them radio station?
No, Mota Baruka, you don't know see a time for everything.
Why you don't stop listen to them radio station and stop walk behind people? Because you say it's Rasta do that. So you as a Rasta, why you walk behind people and listen to them radio station?
You have to have someone to set the pattern, you know.
All right, me gone, Bridget. Me gone, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Next caller, yes. EL.
Yes, Mota.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I say, so over the universe right now, there's certain ice which shouldn't melt up as yet. Start melt. And once the ice start melt.
There's certain ice that shouldn't melt yet, and it start melt.
Yeah.
Which part of the ice that we are melt now?
All over, man, like Canada, America, England.
All right, you have ice in you have ice in England which should not melt.
Yeah.
And it a melt.
It a melt.
Why it a melt? Why the ice which shouldn't melt now a melt now?
Yeah, because the cycle coming in to take the course coming out of winter to spring.
Okay, they don't know, say you have winter and spring, summer and autumn. So that means, you know, in a winter, the ice there, and in a summer, the sun melt the ice.
So, the cloud taking up the water, what can go in the cloud, go back to the sea. To show where you're like Jamaica and other places over the world, the cloud have carried it and dash it off. I work through the cycle, changes, a new year coming in. Within the cycle, you're going to have earthquake over the world.
You thought that last week, you know, Bridget. You mentioned that last week.
So
which ice in America which shouldn't melt? Why it shouldn't melt? Why the ice shouldn't melt?
We said some of the ice where it shouldn't melt, that melt too fast.
Okay.
So to the fastest way that melt now.
Yeah.
You get
flood. You get flood.
Yes, you get flood.
Okay.
When you get in these floods.
Yeah.
You're going to get earthquake.
Okay.
You're going to get lightning.
Okay.
You're going to have nature taking its course then.
Yes.
On a level.
So what that mean now? So what should I do now? What should I do then?
No, you're not doing it.
So we can't.
Year coming in.
So we can't stop it then.
No, you cannot stop it. But it's a new year. This is what.
Yeah, but why? But wait there. What is the significance and talking? If this is happening and it's a new year and it is inevitable that it will happen at a new year, what is the significance of talking about it? If it's a natural thing. A weird so what? What are weird say? It's something where you say about happen.
Because what you tell me say you don't know. You don't know about the new year, you know.
No.
I mean, what caused that new year to be here now?
All right. A new year going to happen with flood and earthquake and all this. I asking you a question now.
Yeah.
If you can't stop it and me can't stop it, what is the purpose of saying it?
To have people aware about it.
That you can do what? That you can do what? When you're aware of it, what you can do about it?
What you can do about it?
Yeah.
Honor it and glorify it.
All right, sir. Glorify the earthquake. All right.
Glorify nature.
No, we are glorifying nature without earthquake come, and we are glorifying nature without flood come, so it no matter.
No, but when I say, remember, you tell me, say, you know, a new year start January.
No, me tell you, say, in the Western world, the new year start January. Some people start the new year in the first new moon in spring, which is between March and April. That is what I tell you last week.
All right.
Yeah, so don't tell me about me, say. Me I tell you where them say. Me tell you what them say. Them say January is the beginning of the year. Some people say the first new moon in the spring is the beginning of the year. That is what them say.
That must be the right thing, right?
No, I don't know where you are called right, you know. I tell you what them say. I don't have no opinion. Then them say it, but at them say it. At them say it. I don't have no opinion on it. At them say it. I know it no matter to me when the year start. It no matter to me when the year start, you know.
The Christians,
cycle start, that man.
It don't matter to me when the year start or when them say the year start. It don't matter to me.
It matter to me.
All right. So what you gonna do about it if it matter to you? What can you do?
Aware one.
And aware what when you're aware of it, what that means to you now. When you're aware,
One that one now who not aware know say the year start at that time. You make them know that time the year start.
So what am I gonna do now? So what am I gonna do when them know say the year
Them can't
start?
do nothing but accept it. That is why we are getting the whole rainfall. I'm gonna say no where the whole rainfall.
Brethren, let me tell you something. Call back next week again and talk the same thing, yeah? All right. No. This is the cutting edge. 3 cars straight. And I can't play the empty chair. Let true love be Ernest Wilson. This is the cutting edge. You know, so we have video again. Little more from 2 to 5:45. We want to heal up me hungry on Main Street. So we are giving the food that we not drop down in a studio, yeah. Believe you me. And supply with the food that we not drop down in the bright day. We want to heal up Brian and we want to heal up, you see it now, Tracy. We want to heal up Tracy and Brian, believe you me. Yes, you know, say, I go where I go, you know. The man called Matrix is in the house. Matrix, how your mother, man?
Good like that, man.
Oh, when last is here?
Christmas.
No, my people come over there, come leak in your head with a CD, you know. No, my people come over there, come back in your face with a CD.
Christmas.
Till me I go on worse now, you still. A long time, you don't say, you know. A long time. I go on worse now, you.
I'm supposed to 2 years.
Me don't say, you can't believe that?
I think a 3.
No, man, I'm not 3 years. A 3 year. What a terrible brethren this is, you know. After me, I express my undying love for her over the years. All 2 years, don't me don't see her. No, me I tell you, me terrible. I must apologize for that. You still at the bank? She still at the bank? She still at the bank? Oh, gosh, man. Eh? She still at the bank? They don't want her to leave. All right. I'm glad you tell me. Same bank. Them no move the same bank today.
Yes.
All right. And now wait for another 2 years. Trust me. It's a wicked act that. Wicked act that me do that. Believe you me. After me depart with that I would me love your mother, I love her, that I would me a stepfather and all them things there. Me disgrace myself when me do that. Say yeah, me a stepfather.
Yes, man.
Then not true, that's true you talk, man. Me not deny it. Me not deny it, you know. Me not deny it. All right, here we are saying now. We're gone, you know. Last week we played the last tune we played was Mystic Mood by Zappo. We're going to play the same tune again by a different artist. Yes, different artist. Billy Cole. Here goes. Same tune, different artist. Here goes. Gone, we're gone.